This is the plaintiff, George Atamian. He says his neighbor hired the defendant's company to trim his trees, and the unprofessional parked their heavy truck on his driveway without permission, and they damaged it. There are now unsightly cracks, and the cement is crushed. The defendant has ignored his requests for repairs. He trespassed on his property, damaged it, and today's judgment day, as he seeks the $5,234.80 he's most definitely owed. This is the defendant, Stephen Schultz. He says he's been in the tree business 42 years, and he knows a shakedown when he sees one. The damage the plaintiff's complaining about is from his neighbor's huge tree and the roots that are growing under the driveway. This whole lawsuit's a bunch of malarkey, and if the plaintiff thinks he's going to pay over $5,000 for something he didn't do, he's barking up the wrong tree. He's accused of cracking up a neighbor.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Come to order. Have a seat, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. George Atamian?
Atamian, yes.
Atamian. All right, you are suing Flint Ridge Tree Care Incorporated and Stevens Tree Experts Incorporated. You're the owner of both, Mr. Schultz?
Yes.
You're suing them for $5,234.80 that you say they owe you in damages to your property. What happened?
We have a very large tree in my neighbor's yard. It's close to my property. And the tree is trimmed every 4 to 5 years. On this particular day, on March 3rd, 2017, the tree trimmers showed up at some point in the morning. Basically, at some point in the day, drove their equipment up my driveway, a large truck with a chipper, and just sunk the whole driveway, sunk the sidewalk in, crushed it down, and continued for more damage onto.
How did you notice that?
Well, when I came home at night, my wife says, "Oh, you know, the tree trimmers came."
Is your wife here?
No.
Did she take pictures?
I have tons of pictures.
No, did she take pictures at the spot of the truck at your house?
No, there were no pictures.
You went to the yard and took pictures, but.
Yes, to see what kind of truck it was.
So, did she realize? What did she say when it was there?
Well, she showed up first. She showed up around later in the afternoon, maybe around 4:30 or so, or 5, and the truck was already in the driveway.
Did she say something to them, or didn't she?
Well, she did. She pulled up. She said, "But what's going on?" They said, "Sorry, but we'll be out of your way soon."
So just tell me then what happens. You come home and you see the condition.
So I came home. She said, "Oh, the tree trimmers are here," and of course, it's a big event for us. I ran outside to back up and look at it, and I couldn't miss the damage. Even it was getting dark. It was dark. I could still see the sidewalk completely.
Had your
crushed.
wife missed the damage?
She didn't see it. The truck was there. There was branches all over the property. She didn't see it.
Okay. So, and what did you do?
Well, then I immediately went to contact the neighbors to find out, who the company was that you hired. My wife called. I guess there was a guy named Tim, who was in charge of the tree trimming that day.
Who's Tim?
Oh, Tim is on our staff. He's arborist on our staff.
Okay. Did you guys drive a truck onto his property a chipper truck onto his property?
No.
Why then, in your answer to the complaint, did you say, the plaintiff contacted me and said we parked our truck on his driveway and damaged his sidewalk and driveway? First of all, we got permission from the plaintiff to park there.
Well, let me clarify that for you, Your Honor. We didn't pull the truck in the driveway. We pulled the brush chipper onto the sidewalk.
Sorry, did you or didn't you bring a truck onto his property? Yes or no?
The truck, no, Your Honor.
Did you bring something else onto his property?
No, we did not bring anything on his driveway. We allowed the brush that was cantilevered over his driveway to
When
fall
you say
on the driveway.
cantilevered, what do you mean? I know what cantilevered mean, I just don't know what you mean.
I'm referring to the tree, Your Honor. The brush of the tree hung over his driveway.
Yeah, we all know that.
Okay.
So where did you put the truck? Because you said here, I got permission from first you had said plaintiff's neighbor. You crossed that out today, and you wrote permission from the plaintiff to park there. Which plaintiff did you get permission from?
Well, apparently it's this gentleman. I can
Why apparently? Who got the permission?
Tim did from our staff.
Where's Tim today?
He's not here. He's in Pasadena.
If he's the guy who got permission and the case is about trespass, why isn't he the one who's here? Who's with you here?
This is my wife, Julie.
Okay, well, that's more fun.
No doubt.
But why are you saying over and over there's no way a truck would cause that damage? It's a bunch of malarkey. Like, if your truck wasn't even there, why are we talking about the damage your truck can cause?
Well,
Was
we
your
just-
truck on the sidewalk?
No, our truck was not on the sidewalk, Your Honor.
Where the heck was your truck?
The truck was in the street.
See, look, that's ridiculous. All right, so clearly your truck was somewhere on the property if you needed his permission. You can't have it both ways. Did you get his permission or didn't you get his permission? And why would you need his permission if you were never on his property? Which is it?
Listen.
According to you, this is what your wife sees.
Of the
This
tree
is a
trimming?
size truck, because if I saw this parked in my house, you better believe there's going to be a ruckus. All right, so according to you, you have estimates on what it will cost to fix the damage. Show me the estimates. So according to you, you have estimates for, oh, this is a new one, $8,000.
Well, there were several.
Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, of
All right,
course.
and then 3,900, 5,500. You think that this is just an opportunistic fleecing of a deep pocket.
It's like a gypsy scam, Your Honor.
Okay, I prefer you not say that, but okay.
Yeah, and so
Why?
We went to Google Maps going back to 2014. If we look at the photograph on the top left-hand side, you can see there was a crack in the driveway. We put an underline on it there in red.
And I see a crack there. Now, how do I know when this picture was taken?
Oh, here it is, Your Honor. It's right here. Street view, September 2014, Your Honor.
Okay, and how do you explain that?
What are we looking at?
This crack. One of the cracks you're complaining about today.
Okay. I
Your Honor.
really can't see what you're pointing at.
You can't.
I have better pictures of the same
No,
thing.
you have different pictures.
No, I don't.
I want you to look at that because I see, in my eyes, I have my contacts on.
I
can barely make you out,
Your-
and I can see the crack.
Your Honor,
So, go ahead.
I had some repair work done there.
Oh, now it's I had some repair work,
No,
not that they don't exist. All right, so go on.
I'm
Do you
not-
have proof of the repair work
Yes, I do. I have a.
in between 2014 and 2018?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have an
What-
invoice.
Yeah. Why didn't you mention that before now?
Because I'm not here about that existing cracks. I'm here about new cracks. Very
Right.
extensive cracks.
Okay.
The sidewalk's demolished, and I have additional photos of.
Stop talking. Stop talking. Go ahead.
Okay. This represents the sidewalk area. It shows an old concrete patch. It also reflects this asphalt patch, which is any reasonable person with just ordinary amount.
Well, I don't
of
understand why the
experience.
the city
City did
wouldn't.
that.
I'm stunned though that the city
patch
did that.
it.
I'm pretty stunned because they shouldn't do that. That's going to be a lawsuit
And then-
when someone trips. But yeah.
Here's a close-up that asphalt patch. You can tell that it's been there 5 to 15 years.
No, I can't tell that. But go on.
Anyway, I'm going to represent that to you, Your Honor.
Yeah, but I'm not going to trust it.
Okay, well, that's up to you. You're
Okay.
the decision maker here.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Okay, so anyway, but what this indicates is that, it's an old piece of sidewalk.
This is a 2014. This is a 2014. Everything else here is 2018.
You're right, these are,
Do
we
you
took
have-
these a couple of weeks ago.
Do you
Your
have
Honor.
That's
pictures?
not 2014, sorry.
Yeah, it is.
That
You know
one-
what?
the bottom one?
I'm not going to trust
The
that.
bottom
I'm going to
one.
go. No, not the bottom one. No one
Okay.
said the bottom one. was.
The middle one.
It's the top right, top left.
Yes, I
Our
understand.
2014 showing cracks in the sidewalk
and I
and the
accept that.
driveway.
Yes.
According to you, you had that repaired. I need to see the proof of the repair, and if you have pictures of the repair, I would appreciate that too. You said, don't look at his pictures, look at mine. Mine are better. So I need to see your better pictures.
This is the repair right here.
2016. Repair of crack damaged sidewalk. Doesn't say exactly what was done, doesn't say how it was done,
I have a clear picture of the patch.
but that's not your fault, obviously.
I also have pictures of the sidewalk that apparently my neighbor wanted repaired for 15 years. This is like 1 year before my property was trespassed upon.
Why would you have a picture of a sidewalk?
It's a funny thing, and you can even match it up with this other picture. It doesn't rain often in Southern California, and a rainbow was out, and there were a bunch of peacocks running around in my yard, so I ran out to take pictures, And it just so happened I got this,
Are the peacocks in the picture?
unfortunately not.
Is the rainbow in
Not
the
in this
picture?
one, no, it's not,
How do I know it's your sidewalk?
because you can see it's the same sidewalk that's in here. It's there, the pictures match.
Well, let me see. That odd patch you say the city did with the asphalt.
Yes,
Is in the picture. A fire hydrant is in the picture, and the tree, which has like 2 barks, which is kind of unusual, is in the picture. According to you, when was the picture taken?
a year or so before.
Before he parked on his
Yes.
big truck on your property? Now, so I see, I gotta tell you, if this is a picture a year before you got there, and he's got a receipt for 2016 repairs on the thing,
Here.
how are you gonna get out of this one?
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. If your tree hangs over your neighbor's property, branches, do you have to get permission from your neighbor to go on the property and cut the branches off?
If it's my tree, I should be able to cut the branches off.
What if you have to enter the other neighbor's property?
I would try to make an attempt to do it from my side and carry it
But
back.
if you can't, can you enter, or do you have to first get permission?
I don't know that law, but
What do you say? Well, okay, what do you say?
I say you have to live beside these people permanently, so out of respect, you have to go over. And if you're entering anyone's property, you have to get permission.
Sounds good to me, going inside the courtroom.
Well, Your Honor, first of all, it shows that there's a patch in that driveway.
Absolutely, that's how I know it's the right driveway and that he's not showing me somebody else's driveway.
Which is indication that the side, that's not the driveway, that's the sidewalk, Your Honor, but
Yeah,
it's
but
an indication.
let me tell you what's missing from this sidewalk, all these cracks that he says you did.
Okay, UPS, FedEx, all the moving vans for
You
the
know how
multiple
UPS
yard-
is always parking on top of, wasn't me,
they-
wasn't me. Yep, that's how I feel. That's what I'm hearing. Just no matter what, wasn't me. Even though we have evidence that it's your big truck. You see the size of that truck? That truck was on their property without permission, but wasn't me. All right. Now,
that truck
this
was
is your,
never even legit.
hold on. You also have some video that you wanted me to see that shows the condition of the sidewalk, correct?
my wife sent something, yeah.
Okay. And that video was taken on what day?
September 10th, 2016.
Which is what?
It's the wedding for my brother-in-law and his,
Okay.
my sister-in-law.
Looks pretty good to me. Looks pretty good to me. So you see that all these other cracks that are there now are not in that video. So apparently your smoking gun of the 2014 pictures is irrelevant because we know that in 2016, based on the date on this video and the picture, all right, is in 2016. Okay? So if we know that, then we know that something caused that damage. And the only somebody I got on that sidewalk is you. And do you have any pictures of the driveway? Let me see if that video shows the driveway not having those cracks. Were those cracks ever filled or those cracks weren't filled?
In my driveway?
Yeah, yeah.
No, they were never filled. I have pictures up close to see what they look like.
Okay.
You can see, this is an additional crack also.
Okay.
That was never in the original.
Yeah. Sure looks like it. What's your response to that? That's the 2014 picture, and this is it now, with this crack that goes on down here.
Okay. If you look at the width of this crack, Your Honor, this is all in the same contained space anyway. So if this is under dispute, it really doesn't make much difference. However, if you see how small that crack is, this photograph is smaller. So I'm not discounting that crack exists right here, but that crack existed in 2014.
Where do you see it? I'm looking at it. I can see the crack very clearly. You know how he kept saying, I don't see a crack, I can see it clearly, so
Right.
I don't see that other crack.
Well,
but
the crack is in his case
how does this
because
get
he's
fixed?
misrepresenting the facts.
This
was
is your,
never
hold
legit.
on, hold on. According to you, the repairs are being bloated beyond recognition. According to you, it should cost how much to fix all this concrete?
Less than $800, including the permits, Your Honor.
How can that be? I mean, just as shocked as I am at 8,000, I'm pretty shocked at 800 too.
Right. Well, I have 2 documents to represent it from licensed contractors, and I also talked to the person that supplied the one proposal there, Pasadena Concrete, Mr. Leone, and he represented to me in my telephone conversation with him that the attainments asked him to puff up the estimate.
Oh, can you prove that?
I can represent it to you, Your
No,
Honor.
yeah. Do you understand how worthless your representations are? Because honestly, I wouldn't believe either one of you on face value. You can't just come in and just trust me. Trust me, because I'm so trustworthy. My truck wasn't parked there. No, that's not how it works. Based on my review of the evidence presented, I am finding in favor of the plaintiff in this case. I am not finding in your favor on lost wages, but you do get a reasonable cost to replace the damage that was done, plus the permitting fee. And I am assessing that to be $2,159.80. That's my verdict.
So the plaintiff gets a judgment for $2,159. Mr. Schultz, if you'll step over here, I'm interested to know what you think. You said this was a gypsy scam. You used that term. What do you mean by that?
Well, what I meant is that there wasn't any evidence that really supported the judge's ruling. I don't think she made evidence-based conclusion because it's all based on fantasy, imagination, greed. It was like if somebody wrecks a car across, you see a car wreck across the parking lot into a parked car, and you run over there and try and shake the people down, act like it's your car. Essentially, that's what they did.
Look, I'm sorry. You have your opinions, but it's over, okay?
Yeah, well, I appreciate your sympathy. Thanks for saying you're sorry. That's a disingenuous comment, by the way. So don't misunderstand.
We're out of time. We're out of time. All right, Mr. Atamian, you get $2,100, 50, something like that. Anyway,
Well, I tried because, with that racist, bigoted attack that he started with me, I'm just.
You
trying to
okay
do
with
my-
the outcome?
Yeah, I'm very
You
happy.
can get it fixed for that?
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
You'll do your best.
I'll do my best.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Okay, thank you so much. Interesting case. A lot of contentious dispute here, but in any event, Harvey, what do you think?
Well, I mean, look, this lady, I think, was right in everything she said, but there's also a law here, which is that if you enter your neighbor's property without permission, it is legally a trespass, so you shouldn't do it without permission. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.